Hello and welcome to Maggie's Fun Time. This is Magzie. We are back here on Stoneblock. This is an all-week thing. We're going to be doing Stoneblock episodes all this week, and the next week we'll continue our schedule as normal. Stoneblock will be on the weekends. I might do one or two episodes during the week, just depends on how I feel and how my tummy does. So this episode, we are on my test world again, and I'm going to show you my reactor setup. So we come around here. Where am? Is it? Hold on. Close. Thank you. All right. I had one of those stupid Endermans pop up around. This is my reactor. Now, these on either side here are totally aesthetic, and also you don't need these things on the side here. So if you're trying to cheapen this one up a little bit, you can get away with just running a power cord here and here, here, and the same thing on the other side. But I put them on both sides here because they look cool. I am going to need some flux ducts for this build, and I forgot to grab that. Let me grab that real quick. Flux. I went ahead and chose the hardened flux ducts, but I don't think it really matters. Let me go ahead and get 16. There we go. So this right here, all right, is my reactor setup. All right, I'm going to show you. You can see it's filling up. It works incredibly well. Now, as we've discovered, one bucket of lava in one of these produces 600,000 RF, and there are 24 generators in here. So, yeah, one bucket of lava will produce, I think I figured it up last night, like 14 million, somewhere around in there, estimated value. Each one of these things with one process, all right? One bucket of lava, and each one of these will produce 14 million RF. And this is one of those passive systems where it just keeps producing power. Now, you don't need these in the floor either. You only need to connect all of the generators and then have them connected in the bottom here in some way, shape, or form. But I do like the basic capacitors, and I do like building my power supplies and my machines on those for a little extra power, backup power. So I like to do that. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. I'm going to show you how to set this up. I'm going to give you the instructions here. We're going to need, I think this is enough fluid thing. I think we only need actually 12 here, but I got 14. That's how much I have inventory in that and total 15 it. And they are crafted like that. We're going to need 37 basic capacitors if you're going to build like this. If you're just going to use these hardened flux, that's fine. You're going to need a pretty good size energy cell to put this up onto. I would not bother putting individual what is it, the wireless stuff. I would not put individual wireless stuff on this. I would just hook it up like on the bottom somewhere. When you route all these lines together in the bottom, I'd put that on there, or put a cell or some kind of energy capacitor and then put the plug on there for your wireless stuff. That's what I would do. How you guys do it is up to you. Okay, so but we will need 37 basic capacitors to build it the way I like to build it, just aesthetic wise. And this is how you build that, and this is how you build capacitors. And you will need grains of eternity. All right, you'll need a lot of grains of eternity. All right, so make sure you sieve in lots and lots of sand before you build this. Fluid storage. I like these. Now, I looked at all the tanks. These actually keep 64 buckets of any liquid in general. So each one of these will be 64 buckets. I got 4 of them, so that's a lot of lava that's going to be stored inside the core of this, and what I like to call the lava core. All right, you'll need. I'm using the Yellorium just to show you guys, but we could go with something else. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. We can go with Awakened. Let's do that anyway. We could go with this for in-game. The easiest one to build would probably be the heater for mechanism, but you will have to route power up to that. You'll have to just extend these lines up and connect them to your heaters up there. And if you want to go with one of those, this one's a little hard to get. What's that other thing? Hold on. Uses heat sources. This one, superheating element. Somewhat dangerous radiator that is capable of emitting massive amounts of heat to its surroundings. So you can use that one if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and use this because this is the max. Alright. And, oh, I need 4 hoppers. Now you don't have to use hoppers. You can use something else if you want. I like using hoppers because they're nice and simple. One of these will not draw lava out fast enough. All right, so we are going with a hardened flux duct that is created like that. Invar and lead, and Invar is, you can make the Invar blend, or you can combine iron and nickel together to get it. This is the alloy recipe, but it works with the, it works in different stuff also, so don't worry about that. So you get that. This is the hardened flux ducts. You got to create a regular flux duct and then upgrade it with Invar. Regular flux duct is lead, glass, redstone. Pretty easy recipes. You'll need at least 16. If you are going to go with not having capacitors on the bottom, as per my direction, you will need more flux ducts to run underneath to connect all these up. So if you're going to do that one, I would go at least 32 just to be on the safe side. That's up to you. You guys know how to make hoppers. The fluid storage tank here is just an obsidian in the middle, 4 iron on the outside, 4 glass on the outside. Okay. Of course, the awakened draconium, you guys know how to make that. Again, I'm just showing this off because I already have this working with just the Yellorium, which is the easiest possible heating source upgrade to get. All right. And this one's running just fine. This is just going to let the lava produce a little bit faster, fill it up a little bit faster on camera for me. Crucibles, you guys know how to make those. You make the unfired crucible fired in furnace. The unfired crucible is porcelain clay in this U shape, and the porcelain clay is just clay and bone meal. You will need 4 hardened. I'm using hardened. You can go as high as you want. All right, just letting you know. The faster it is, the better it is for you. I'm using hardened. Hardened works just fine for what I need it for. And it's just iron nuggets, glass, redstone, and Invar, ingots. The regular one is just iron instead of Invar. You can go as high as you want. Again, you only need 4. You only need 4 cobblestone generators. I use tier 2. That's as high as you need. Tier 2 is fine. You don't need to go higher than that unless you just want to. It's like not going to give you any more input into the device. And you're going to need 24 coal generators. You're also going to need some buckets, which I forgot. I have stacked now and something. You're going to need 1 for each one of these. Alright, so you're going to need 24 of these. There we go. And that's about it. I'm going to show you guys how to build this, guys. First, we're going to set the bottom part up here. This is a 5x5 bottom. 5x5 bottom here. There we go. I'm gonna get our hammer and we're going to knock out this middle part. Bam. Okay. And then the entire bottom here we're going to set up with capacitors. Again, you don't have to do the capacitor on the bottom, but you will need some kind of storage because this thing produces massive amounts of energy over time. And one little bitty storage thing is not going to cut it. Look, this thing's almost full, and we've just been talking here. It's so good. All right, so the exact center here is what we're needing. Move these out of the way. And what we want to do is we want to right here. You're going to place down this, and we're going to go all the way up here to this level right here. You're going to take your hardened fluid duct and you're going to place it right there. All right. From here, we're at this stage right here. You see this? All right. You're going to take your crucibles. That's not going to let me, is it? It's not going to let me do that from up there. I'm going to have to get down. All right. That's fine. There we go. Put one of those on each side. Oh, you will need, I use sand, you can gravel, whatever, just to fill her up with. Make sure you got some of that. Put that there, that there. I want you to go ahead at this point and go ahead and put on your servos, all right? It's going to be a lot harder later on to do this. Go ahead and put those on and go ahead and activate them. Go ahead and turn them off. Rest not ignored. Rest not ignored. All right. And then what we're going to do is underneath here, we're going to go ahead and put down our heat sources. Do that on this side too. There we go. And now we're going to go back up. And get into hoppers. Like that. You're going to get your Cobblestone Generators. You can place them just like this. This is your lava core. Okay? This is your lava core. Alright? To complete this complete lava core up, you're going to take our fluid tanks here and we're going to place them like this on each side. Alright? And we're going to configure these in a specific way. So, go. And that's all. This is the complete lava core. Now, I'm going to show you how to set this up. On the front and the back here, as you're looking at it, the front and the back, we want the back here to pull, and we want the front to pull push. All right, and you're going to do that on each one of these. All right. Push, pull, pull, push, pull, pull, and you're going to do that exact same thing on this side, all right? So we're going to do push, pull, pull, push, pull, pull. You guys get the idea. There we go. All right. All right, that's the front and the back setup. Don't worry about the sides. Now, on your side two, all right, we want to go to the back here and pull in, but on each side here, we want to move this to push-pull, all right? Push-pull, push-pull. There we go. And you're going to do the same thing on this side. All right? So there we go. Now, this is what it should look like. You should have blue and orange marks on every side of these guys here, and then on the front and back, you should have them on the front and backs. And what you're going to do is you're going to wait till each one of these is completely full of lava, all right? You want your lava core to be completely full in your fluid tanks, all right? So what I'm going to do is, it shouldn't take that long. I'm going to cut the video here. I'm going to wait for this to fill up. As you can see, with these, it doesn't take that long at all. These things are just popping it out. And even with the maximum amount of heat generation, these little cobble generators are doing fine. They're doing just fine keeping up with these things. All right. Yeah. So don't worry about that. They'll keep up. So these are almost full. I don't even need to cut the video. Look how fast this goes. All right. So once we do this, all right, we'll want 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you want to separate them like this. You want to, on the ones where you just did the front, you want to put it in there and put in one bucket. All right, each one. Just put in one bucket, one bucket. All right, and then on the back here, or this is actually the front. One bucket, one bucket, one bucket, and then on the sides here, all 6 of these get 3 buckets. So you put 3 in there, 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 3 in there. All right. So we're done with that. Now we're going to put the coal generators on here, and immediately when we put the coal generators on it, it'll start producing power. So sweet. So on the front here, we're going to just put 3 on the front, 3 on the back, like that. And then I like to do them on the sides here like this. It doesn't actually matter. You can face in whichever direction you want to. These are not going to be actually shown. Or will they? Hold on, let me see. No, you're not actually going to see these, but you know, whatever. And then on the sides here, I like to face these out. Like that. There we go. All these are producing power. Now, to get these to actually transfer power in between these, I like to do this. All right, so here. Now you can get a wrench and put that little bar on the side of these if you want. But there's a wrench, you can do that and put that little bar on the side. It's fine though. And then for these front ones here, you only need a line on one side of these. But it just doesn't look right, so I go ahead and put one on each side there. Okay. Now, this is very important. All right. Very important. You have to go into here and go to configs. All right. And on these spots here, you need to go ahead and put input on these ones because they will not input for some reason. All right. So we'll switch to this side, put this on input. And then what I like to do is I like to go ahead and input all of these here. just as a insurance mechanism here, and I go ahead and put input on these guys also. Input, input, input. There we go. Oh, these guys here need input. It's not a necessity, but I like to get them on all the sides here. There you go. And now everything in here is inputting, and you should be getting 720. Now this will be a little bit more because they're all dumping. All right. Once all of these dump all of their power that they have stored, it should go down here. Or I have one that's not actually producing. And then you want to check your coal generators and make sure that it's fired up and that they're actually got an extra bucket of lava in them. All right. So there you go. Now, I don't know the conversion. I don't. I do like that bar though. I forgot how you do that. Let's see if we can't get the Ender IO thing. Use that wrench. I forgot what it's called. There we go. Let's get one of these. Yeah. I don't know what it. I don't know why there's little dots there. I guess that side's disabled. But there you go. Look, it's look at that power. Now this will not be enough. This will not be enough. All right, 1 hour of this running, and you'll cap these out. It won't even be an hour actually. Maybe 10 minutes. Like you've seen at the beginning of this video, and now it's almost full. So 30 minutes, and you'll cap these out. All right. So what I would suggest is building one of these to start out with, and then building a huge power supply somewhere else. If you want to do a large bank of the bigger ones, I wouldn't use any bigger ones than these over here with these. I would have like a huge bank somewhere else of these. The best thing probably would be the wireless Flux network. Hold on. Yeah, this Flux networks. Storage here. You'll want this one. You'll want this one, all right? This is not going to be enough. It will send power around, but you'll want this one. And I think it'll fill up this one pretty quickly. Let's see how to make this one. All right. It is just the Herculeans with glass panes. The Herculeans are just basic with glass panes, and the basic ones are just Flux blocks with glass panes. And Flux blocks are Flux, which is burnt redstone, and Flux cores, which means you'll need Enderman, which means you'll need a mob spawn or Ender lilies, one or the other. And tons of obsidian and Flux. You should have the obsidian if you followed my thing here. The Flux, you'll just have to sieve a bunch of red dust to get that. Sorry, guys. But I would use that, hook it up to here, and you'll be set. Now, aesthetically, I would put it in the exact center. All right, so in the middle of this 555 on the bottom here, I would put your plug in there. You won't be able to get to it after you set it up, but if you set up your network and then you put a plug on this and set that up to input into your system, You can put your network thing anywhere, and each one of these you build, you can just pop it in there. Now, the best thing about these is once you've upgraded to something like this, you don't have to use coal generators, all right? You can upgrade these coal generators to lava generators, all right? Magma crucibles, whatever. And these things will still produce. You can use the exact same setup and switch it over to more power, all right? That's what I love about this setup. But I love using these. And I don't know how this converts over. Somebody can tell me. But 720 IT. I don't know what that converts over to, like RF. I'll see if I can't do a conversion somewhere. But 720 I, whatever the Ender IO like unit is. I'll see if I can't convert that over and put it in the district. This thing's almost full. It's beautiful. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. We're going to do our regular episode. I will not be able to make one of these today in my episode. I wish. So wish I could. But I don't have enough to do these. I can do all the rest of this stuff is golden. I can do all the rest of this stuff. No problem. And the generators are super easy to make. But I don't have the actual infinity stuff to actually make these. Sadly, I can make the rest of this today. I could have one of these up and running, but I think I'm gonna work on that off camera, just so you guys can, you know, I don't know. I'll work on it off camera on my regular series. Anyway, guys, if you like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. If you subscribe to my channel, I'll send you notifications when I have new videos out. You guys can come check it out, see if you like it. If you do like this episode, you want to share it with your friends, tell them what you like it. There's a share tab down below. Click on the share tab, copy the link, post it on your Facebook, Twitter, wherever you do social media. If you have any tips, tricks, or comments, put it down in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow me on my social media pages. Don't forget to set your notification settings and your notification bell. Remember, you have to do that per channel, all right? They just put this as massive amount of power. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. I just want to note that if you do switch out the coal generators for lava generators, I don't know that you're going to be as energy efficient as these are. These are super energy efficient, all right? You're probably going to get less overall power, but more RF per tick, if that makes sense to you guys. Just to let you guys know that one. But I'll see you guys later.